Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily Reiki micro session. This is a micro session because it only lasts for 5 minutes, where a normal session with me is about an hour long. So, this is just enough to kind of give you a sample of Reiki and help you to decide whether this might be something you would want in your life or not. For those of you who don't know what Reiki is good for, most people know it as, or who have heard of it, know it as being good for medical healing, for, physical medical healing. It's also good to help you manifest those things that you want in your life. It's good to improve relationships. It's good for emotional and mental situations that could use a little extra boost. And so, lots of good stuff that Reiki can help us with. Also, it's good for financial situations, by the way. So, anyway, I don't know what all of you need. So, today I'm going to just set the intention for whatever will be for your highest and best good. If you have something more specific that you would like to set the intention to, feel free to go ahead and adjust that intention as long as you keep it for yourself, and not somebody else. So the Reiki has to be helping you when you adjust your intention. After we do the 5 minutes of Reiki or the Reiki micro session, then what we're going to do is 5 minutes of questions where I'll pull out a tarot deck and use my psychic abilities and give you a nice solid answer you can move forward with your life with if you have a question for me at that time. But for right now, let's just go ahead and start the Reiki. All right, so we are starting the Reiki at 46 after the hour. That means we're going to finish it up at 51 after. If anybody has questions about Reiki, this is a fabulous time to ask those questions. I am a trained Yasui Reiki master, so I can certainly give you some answers. We've already got a lot of Reiki going into somebody's left side, the left side of their body. And we've got a lot of Reiki going into somebody's heart chakra. Now, the heart chakra could be physically healing from something going on with the heart, but this feels more like it's an emotional healing, healing up from some kind of traumatic experience. Gabby, glad to see you, my dear. I am a little tired, but I've had a really good, really productive day. So it's okay. It's that good kind of tired, you know what I mean? What about you, Miss Gabby? How are you today? Thank you, by the way, for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. It's wonderful. And it seems like it just gets better as every day goes by. It is just so good to be back here. I thought I was timing it to come back after most of the snow had flown, and that has obviously not been the case. This morning, I brushed like 8 inches of snow off of my vehicle before I had to go out. But I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm finding the snow really invigorating. Shakoya, hello. Glad you're here, honey. We still have 2 more minutes of Reiki, I believe. Right? Me too. I thought it would be done, but I don't know. It's just so beautiful. And where I live is in the foothills, so when I walk out of the house, I can look and see the trees are just totally covered with the flocking, the gulch is covered with snow. It's just so beautiful that I can't even be unhappy about it. Are you serious? It cracked your windshield? Ouch. That one a few weeks ago was when I had first brought my stuff in the cargo van, and then I just kinda hung over until the snow was gone. Where are you again, Sequoia? We don't mind sharing. Just tell us where to send it. North Carolina. Wow, don't you guys normally get snow? Okay, let's wrap up the Reiki. Just so you guys know, how I wrap up the Reiki is not how everybody wraps up the Reiki. Everybody has their own little ritual. Mine is to blow on my hands. I know some people who run their hands underwater. You haven't got any the past 2 or 3 years? Hmm, that's wild. Okay, I'm setting my timer. We're going to look at questions. So you guys start putting your questions in the chat box, and I'll take a peek at them for you. Is Trey wanting to come back and be in Gabby and their daughter's life? Oh, slow's better than never, but it does definitely put some doubt in there, doesn't it? Is Trey wanting to actually be a part of Gabby and their daughter's life? I don't like what I'm seeing here. First of all, I'm going to tell you that we have a tie. So this is not a solid yes, it's not a solid no. Okay? Um, I think he is focusing on you and her because he's broke right now, and he feels like he has to. He feels like he has to because of money. He feels like if he's with you, then he's juggling money, but he can handle juggling that money if he's with you. He feels like if he's not with you, then that becomes too much of a load or too much of a burden. And so it looks to me like his intentions would be to sort of feel the situation out. And if you allow him to stay with you guys for a while. And then I think his intention is that after things are better for him financially, then he would move on down the road. I'm sorry, honey. Will CJ ever come back into Sequoia's life again in any form? It's desperate, is what it is. It's desperate. Annie, I knew you were going to be here and feeling in the Reiki later because that left side was really activated tonight. Will CJ ever come back in my life in any form is what Sequoia wants to know. Hello, Vandana. We haven't seen you in a while. It is time to ask questions. If you have a question, my dear, you'll have to go back and replay if you want the Reiki. Okay, Sequoia, will CJ ever come back in my life in any form? Basically, what we have here is a no. It looks to me like you guys have feelings for each other, but I think you guys are going to remain independent of each other. I don't see this coming back together in spite of those feelings for each other. Vandana or Anne, either one of you have a question. Timer has not gone off yet. We still have over a minute. You're quite welcome, Sequoia. Who is next? Somebody else has to have a question. By the way, thank you for the thumbs ups and thank you for sharing this video with other people that may find it helpful. And those of you who are so inclined to do a super chat, thank you for that. Those are always appreciated, although never required. Feeling like you lost your spark. Oh, okay. Best advice for Vandana to get her spark back. I have this image of you chasing this little dog named Sparky all around the yard trying to catch them. Best advice for Vandana. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. What is going on here? Everything makes sense until I get to the last card. Vandana. First part of your advice is do something spur of the moment. You don't have to be prepared for everything and plan everything out. Do something spur of the moment. La da 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 da. There's something that you're doing spur of the moment. I feel like it should be something that you're doing either for or with somebody. And it's basically to even things up between the two of you. So if you have somebody that gets you out of the house and cheers you up, maybe it's time to call them up and say, hey, let's go play some mini golf or whatever. I don't even know why mini golf came into my brain. Something, you know. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it actually literally does have to do with do something that's spur of the moment and do something that not only makes you feel better, but also somebody else feel better. So invite somebody to who also probably is not feeling so hot to go do something that'll lift both of your spirits. That's your advice here. I hope that makes sense to you. La da 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 da. Oh, gotcha, Vandana. Yeah, I saw you like in my mind, you were like bending over chasing her because she was small, trying to reach down and catch her. She was a little quick though. You're quite welcome. And I don't know if Spirit piggybacked that message so that it applies to you too or not. Could have. Wouldn't be the first time. Would not be the first time that Spirit's done a piggyback. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I also appreciate the thumbs ups and the shares. Those of you who are ordering private readings and private Reiki sessions, thank you, thank you, thank you. Those of you who do super chats whenever you can, thank you. I appreciate all of you guys' support because it does allow me to do what I love to do for my living. So thank you very much. Everyone have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling, and peaceful evening. And if I don't see you here for a private between now and then, I'll see you back on the next video. Peace out.